Hey everyone, it's Kim with your Mindset Monday. And today I wanted to talk about imagination and using your imagination for good. We all know how to use our imagination to create not so good things, right? For example, you get a call from the boss. Boss says, I need to see you at 10:30 in my office. What's immediately what you think? Something bad, right? Then you start thinking, could it be this? Could it be that? And our brain just goes sometimes pretty crazy trying to figure out what it could be. And in the same instance, we could be thinking about what it could be that's good. Maybe they got a letter from a, a patient or a client that has an accommodation for you. Maybe you were recommended for a raise. I mean, there's so many things that could have happened, but we won't know until we actually show up for that meeting. But the time between knowing and arriving, we have this space that the imagination can go to work. Being aware of what you're thinking or what you're imagining in that space is vitally important to your energy, to your health, and so many other things. We can create so much stress for ourselves by thinking of the worst possible outcome. Case in point, long time ago, I got a mammogram and was told I had a lump that needed to be looked at. But at that time, we didn't have the technology we do now. So they said it'd be 2 weeks before I could get into this special machine to be seen. Well, I made a decision in that moment, I should say. I decided that I could use that next 2 weeks to stress and come up with things that, into my life, or it could be cancer, it could be all these other things. Or I could just pretend that it was just a normal thing. Something happened and that it would come out okay. And either way, I wouldn't find out until 2 weeks. So I could continue to make myself sick, or I could lean into the imagination of positive. Well, what happened is I went to the test and it turned out to be like a fatty tumor or something. It was really irrelevant. And I thought, thank goodness I didn't use that time stressing and creating all kinds of what ifs with my imagination. Our imagination and we are image makers. If I tell you to think of a purple elephant with pink spots, you immediately go to work doing it. So, using your imagination for good. For example, what would you love to create in your life? Not what's happening now. What does the future look like in this current job? It's dreary, it's whatever. What would you love? Because everything's created twice. If you look around your house, even the computer and the camera I'm recording on was created twice. Somebody thought of it first before, someone imagined it, thought of it first before it was ever created. And so the same is true with our lives. We can literally imagine ourselves into a future that is very different from where we would be if we continued on the current trajectory. So I want to encourage you to be aware of what you're imagining. I'm aware of how you're feeling when you're thinking those thoughts, and then switch gears. Change it to a different thought. What if it all worked? What if it all worked out? What if it was good? What if things happened in a good way? And lean into that. You can always have a reason to go back to the other stuff. But as we learn and lean into the what if it's good, what if this is a better outcome, even though it really seems upsetting right now, what if this is going to lead me, this meeting with my boss is going to lead me to a job that I've always wanted? What if that happened? And look at the imagination, the image maker of your mind, and use it for good. Find ways to use it throughout your day to create something different than what you traditionally or normally go for, and see what happens. Thanks. Please leave some comments if this was helpful or not. And I would really love to hear your input and your feedback. And don't forget to like and follow or subscribe. Subscribe. Yes, that's it. Have a great day, guys.